You have probably felt it at the grocery store checkout or the gas pump. Every month, it takes more of your dollars to buy the exact same things. Your savings are quietly losing their purchasing power. For thousands of years, everyday people and central banks have responded to this exact problem in the same way. They trade their fading paper money for physical gold and silver, tangible assets that cannot be printed out of thin air. But here is the catch. Even though physical silver is one of the oldest forms of financial protection, the vast majority of first-time buyers actually lose a large chunk of their money the very first time they buy it. The metal itself doesn't suddenly lose value. Instead, the modern precious metals market is built with 3 specific, perfectly legal traps that are designed to catch new buyers off guard. Learning how to spot and step around these 3 traps is the only difference between safely storing your wealth and legally handing your savings over to someone else. The first trap is taking what looks like the easy route. You open a digital brokerage app on your phone, type in a silver ticker symbol, and buy what is called an exchange-traded fund, or ETF. You see numbers on a screen and assume you own silver. Think of an ETF like a coat check at a restaurant. You hand the attendant your coat. They give you a paper ticket proving it belongs to you. But imagine if the attendant then printed out 100 identical tickets and sold them to 100 different people, all claiming ownership of your one coat. That is exactly how the paper-silver market operates. Estimates show that for every 1 actual ounce of physical silver sitting in a vault, there are up to 100 paper claims, rapidly multiplying out of thin air. If everyone rushes to the coat check to demand their physical metal, there will not be enough. 99 out of 100 investors will be left holding worthless paper. Relying on a digital app or a paper proxy means you are relying on someone else's promise. If you cannot physically hold the metal in your own hand, you do not actually own it. So you decide to avoid the apps and buy physical metal. But that leads right into the second trap. Many beginners start by buying tiny, fractional pieces of silver, like a 1/10 ounce coin, simply because the price tag looks cheap. It works exactly like the chip aisle at the grocery store. If you buy a tiny, snack-size bag of chips, you pay significantly more per ounce than if you bought a large family-size bag. With small silver coins, you pay a massive markup just for the packaging and processing. In the metals industry, this markup is called the premium. It is the extra manufacturing and dealer cost added on top of the actual raw value of the silver itself. If you buy 10 of those 1/10 ounce coins to make a full ounce, you can end up paying over $100 in total. Meanwhile, the actual global trading price for a single, solid 1 ounce coin might be closer to $30. By paying those extreme markups on tiny coins, your savings start in a deep hole. You give up large portions of your wealth before the silver even reaches your front door. To avoid that math problem, you decide to buy a full 1 ounce coin. But here is the third trap. A salesperson talks you into buying a rare collector coin. You might see a single ounce of silver priced at $150, simply because it has a rare, officially licensed character engraved on it, like a Smurf. The high price of these collector items has almost nothing to do with the silver. It is driven entirely by hobbyists who want that specific design. The value is entirely subjective. If a financial emergency hits and you need to trade that coin for supplies, a local merchant will only care about the weight of the raw metal. They will assign 0 extra value to the rare cartoon engraving. True financial protection means ignoring the shiny collectibles. You need to strictly purchase standard bullion, pure metal that is valued reliably by its weight, and nothing else. So if digital apps, fractional pieces, and rare collectibles are all designed to drain your savings, how do people successfully build a physical reserve? The most successful buyers use a strategy that is completely boring. They systematically accumulate standard, full-weight 1 ounce silver bullion. Driving around to local shops and trying to time the market often leads to stress. You end up buying out of emotion, getting caught up in daily price swings, or falling for persuasive sales pitches. To fix this, many people use subscription-based delivery platforms like Quicksilver. These systems remove human emotion and take all the logistical friction out of the buying process. Here's how it works. Automation bypasses high local markups and strictly acquires standard, full-weight bullion. Then, 1 ounce coins are shipped securely to your front door on autopilot every month. This creates a disciplined habit known as dollar-cost averaging. Instead of panicking over daily news, you are steadily growing your physical stack month after month. By avoiding the 3 beginner traps and putting your bullion accumulation on autopilot, you stop participating in a rigged game. You quietly convert your fading paper money into a permanent, private fortress of real wealth.